Hi, everybody, and welcome to my attempt this week at the BBO weekly free instant tournament. I just noticed that actually we're into the third year of me doing this, and the number of viewers and subscribers continues to rise. Thank you very much for that. I hope this means that people are finding it useful. And so we'll carry on. And obviously we go to instant tournaments, weekly free instant tournament. Yes, and we want the history because, as you know, it's 8 boards, match points, best hand. 2 passes round to us, and we have 17 points. Not a very nice 17 points. The 9 and 8 of hearts are good, but otherwise the intermediates are not, and we've got 8 points in our short suits, although the 9 in our long suits is good. So it's not the best 17, not the worst. So we're just going to open it a 15 to 17 no trump that the robot plays. 2 clubs is Stayman, so we'll show the hearts first. So they're showing an invite with 4 spades here. So they're showing 9 high card points. So we've got 26 between us. We've got a 4-4 spade fit. It doesn't. I've got aces here, which are good for suit play. There's no reason really to choose 3 no trumps over 4 spades. But we do have enough for game. Whether we will be able to make game or not is another matter. But we have to bid 4 spades here. Right. So as a consequence of the way we've reached it, it is the north hand that's the declarer, that's hidden from the defenders. And this south hand is the one that they can see. And they've led a club. Well, could be 4th highest from 4 or 5 to the queen, because we can't see the 2. But the robot likes to lead short suits if they can, so that money would be on the club length being in the west hand and the queen. But let's see if they put the queen on the 9, shall we? They do. So now we've got all, the 9 and queen having gone, we've got all the top clubs. But this might well be a singleton, the 3 of clubs. We have an entry in the king of diamonds in the north hand. So if spade, we've got 8 spades, so they got 5. If they're 3-2, we can play ace king, and then they'll just be left with 1 winning spade unless the queen and 10 come down, unless the queen comes down. You'll see that there is no finesse. If we led the jack, if this hand had the queen, they could put the queen on, and we went back and led the 9. This hand could put the 10 on, and their 8 would be good. So that our worry is if spades are 4-1, we're likely to go down because we have the 2 heart losers off the top. But we don't unblock the clubs yet. So I think we've just got to play a big spade. And there they are, they're 5-0, not 4-1. Right. We'll take the ace here. Right, so that 3 of clubs probably means that was from a long suit, quite possibly 5, quite possibly the queen of clubs was singleton. We're bound to lose 2 spades here. They've got 5 spades in this hand. We can do something. We can play the king of spades and then the low towards the jack 9, and we can finesse the 9, so that we can make 3 spade tricks. But we really need to make some roughs now. Doesn't look good because it's likely that this hand west is roughing clubs. But if they ruff the ace of clubs, they'll be roughing it with what would be their fifth trump, which is a winner anyway. So I'm going to play the ace of clubs. I follow. This hand follows. That was the 2 there. So it looks as though this hand led from 4 clubs, because the robot leads 4th highest even when it doesn't have an honor. And we had the 9, remember? So, and it looks like West had Queen Doubleton of clubs, together with 5 spades to the Queen 10. And, well, we have 2 heart losers. I don't see how we can. The only way to get rid of them would be to take a diamond finesse now. And if that won, we could cash the king of diamonds, come over to the king of spades, play the ace of diamonds, and throw a heart away. If jack of diamonds finesse lost, East could play a heart and they can cash their hearts. And we're going an extra 1 down. There's no clue really as to how the diamonds go. We're pretty sure this hand's got 5 spades and 2 clubs. And we're pretty sure that this hand's got 4 clubs and no spades. So that's 4 cards in this hand accounted for. They didn't lead the ace or king of hearts, so their heart honors are probably split. We know about 7 of West's cards. So what is the best thing to do? That's the question. Let's see, if we take the diamond finesse, and we've already seen that if it wins, we get rid of a heart loser. And we can hopefully rough hearts in the north hand. But if it loses, they will then cash their 2 hearts for sure. East, even if East leads a club, West will rough, and then they've got nothing to switch to except hearts. So I think they will find the heart switch if the diamond finesse loses. And the diamond finesse rates to lose. So I think most people are going to be in 4 spades. I think playing match points, we want to go down as little as possible. So I'm going to cross to the king of diamonds and I'm going to lead a club. Forced West to rough and see what they lead. Just a question whether I should play ace of diamond, play king of diamonds, jack back to the ace, and then rough a diamond before playing the club. That way they don't, West doesn't have a safe diamond exit. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm giving up the chance of making the contract. If I were playing imps, I would be finessing the jack of diamonds because the extra 50 for going down 1 more would be nothing compared to the imps that we would get for making 4 spades. But the odds are we're not making it. And we wouldn't have been, as the queen's there. So now let's, and this hand only had, so this hand had 2 diamonds, we're pretty sure 2 clubs and 5 spades, which it's up to 9, so they had 4 hearts, so they got 3 hearts left. We're roughing this 4 of diamonds, and now we're going to lead the jack of clubs, which we expect to be roughed. And I'm going to cash the ace of hearts. 4 of hearts to the king. And the 5 of clubs comes, and we know this hand is going to rough. They've roughed once, and they followed once to spades. They started with 5, so they've got 3 spades and 1 heart left. And I want to go down as little as possible. So let's look at the options. I can throw the Queen of Hearts away. They will rough. They will exit with a heart, and they'll have 2 spades left. Queen X of spades, which are bound to make the queen. So I would be 2 down. If I rough with the 6 of spades, they can over rough with the 8. They can exit with the heart, and they'll make the Queen of Spades, so they still make 2 spade tricks. I can rough with the King of Spades. They can throw a heart away, keeping 3 spades, but I can then lead towards the Jack 9. They can go up with the Queen, get rid of the Jack, and then it seems like they will make their last spade. So it seems like whatever I do, they're going to make 2 spade tricks for me to be 2 down. See, if I ruff with the King of Spades, they're going to throw the heart away. I can lead the Queen of Hearts. They have to ruff low. They have to rough. If they rough low, I can rough with the 9. But then they're still going to make their 2 spades at the end. But it doesn't seem a line of play. Ideally, what I want them to do is to what I can do is if I've roughed with the King of Spades, they throw their heart away. Now I play a heart, they rough low. Yeah, they're always going to make 2 tricks, it seems. Anyway, I will rough with the King of Spades, I think. So if I throw the Queen, just thinking again, throw the Queen of Hearts, they rough, they X with a heart. They're always going to have the Queen there with me with the King. Let's see if we can persuade them to make a mistake. There's the 8 of spades. And they've still got the Queen and 10 of spades. So we can throw the 10 of clubs away. They can give me a trick with the Jack of spades, but they're going to make the Queen of spades. There was no way around that as far as I can see. 53%. That's normal. 4 spades -2, -3, -4. Somebody got out for -1, and somebody was in 2 clubs for some reason. But how do they get out for -1? I suspect that it's an end play against West. Oh, it was played from the other hand, played from the south hand, and you've got a Queen of Clubs lead to the ace. And that is probably the difference, getting it to play from by south rather than north. Right, but anyway, in an equal third place with lots of people at the moment. So moving on to board 2, 13 points, 6 card diamond suit. We're short in the majors, which may be a problem. The opponents may bid over us, but at least one of them has passed already. But this is a 1 diamond opening. The opponents have found a heart fit. Partner has shown 5 spades. They would have doubled here with 4 spades. So it's very useful. I find that very useful agreement anyway. My partner, when it goes 1 diamond, 1 heart, or 1 club, 1 heart, double here shows exactly 4 spades. And 1 spade shows 5 spades. And just to note that in the new, in England, the new EBU announcing regulations mean that if your double does specifically show 4 spades or 4 or more spades and doesn't promise the unbid minor, then it is announceable as spades. Just so you know. But anyway, the robot hasn't doubled. It's made a 1 spade bid, so they have 5 plus spades, 6 plus points. They bid heart, 2 hearts, and I think 2 spades was promised 3 spades. With it, promises 4 spades because double would promise 3 spades. So I could pass. I do have 6 diamonds. I don't think I should set. There's a danger that if I pass, my partner will pass and we'll sell out to 2 hearts, which I don't think we should do. So I'm going to bid 3 diamonds here. Although that says 17 to 20 total points. Well, so they've gone up to 4 hearts. We've got the hope partner hasn't supported diamonds, so we've got a reasonable chance that we can beat this. That will pass and see what partner leads. The ace of spades. Right. So somebody has a singleton diamond, presumably at least, or somebody has a void diamond. That may or may not be partner. Play the 6. Well, it doesn't want to lead our spades, does it? Right, so now the 10 of spades in dummy is good. So declarer will be able to throw their diamond. Hopefully everybody else is facing this same defense from the robot. Here we go. Here comes the 10 of spades. Oh, now I have a diamond. Great. So we're not certain how many diamonds West started with. Looks like they started with 2 spades, which means partner started with 7. Partner had 2 hearts. Here's the diamond. Well, so, as I thought, they got rid of their diamond loser. We're going to take the ace of clubs and we're going to exit with the diamond. They've got no entries to dummy, so they can't get to those 2 winning diamonds. But the clubs break for them. And we get 25% for that. So as people passed out 2 hearts. All right. So that was the real answer. If you pass out 2 hearts rather than competing, the robots pass it out. Yes, dummy had 3 spades, and they said partner had 6. But all they've got to do is to lead a diamond. To get us another trick. But there, as I say, everybody had the same defense. Most people got 25, all those who passed 2 hearts, which is not the winning match point strategy in my view. Yeah, did better than us. So here we are, 14 and 8, 22. This is too much for a 2-no trump bid in the robot system. This is a 2 club opening bid. And there's 2 spades. Partners passed. This is the disadvantage of opening 2 clubs, that they can come in with 2 spades. Nice rebiddable spades. So now we've got choice. We can double, which I think is takeouts. Just shows this hand. We could bid 3 hearts. Shows 5 plus hearts. We could bid 2 no trumps. Showing a stop in spades. The partner's chosen to pass over 2 spades. So I'm not, well, that could mean they've got some kind of stop in spades. They don't have many points, and I don't want to play no trumps. Double says I've only got 2 to 4 hearts. Well, I think I'm going to bid 3 hearts here. Might turn out not to be successful, but that partner does have heart support. And we're protecting the king of spades by playing it from our hand. They probably won't lead spades. Oh, they do. And partner did have a spade stop. That's why they were passing. So it looks as though they will get a spade ruff unless I drop the king underneath it. I'll do that to try and deter them from getting their spade ruff. Nine, and we'll play the 10 of clubs just to get a cover. Going to get across to dummy to lead a trump. I think the best way to do it. I'm going to see if anything interesting pops up from east. It does, the queen. So we'll take the ace. We're now going to king. Play the 9, so we've won that. Now we're going to see if we were successful. We think the jack of spades is in the west hand. We're going to play the 10. And it was a singleton there. They could have got a ruff, which we deterred them from. So now the queen of spades is good. We can throw that away. And we've got 2 trumps and the king of clubs for an overtrick, which may give us a reasonable score. 100%. That's what I call a reasonable score. People making 4 hearts, lots of 4 hearts -1. So fortunately, because of the robot doesn't pay any attention to our tempo, I was able to think at the point where I was playing from my hand whether to play the king or 9 of spades. But if you were playing for real, you need to think about it before you play for dummy, because you're allowed to think then about the whole hand. And so you could decide, well, before you play from dummy, about throwing the king of spades underneath it, because if you don't, they will need another spade for a ruff. So here it comes round to us. 7. We've got 11 points. There are only 3 spades. And we're after 3 passes. So there's a rule of 15, which you may have heard of, which says you add your number of points to your number of spades and fourth in hand. If that's 15 or more, you open. So here it's 14. We do have 5 hearts, but our intermediates are not very good. We know that one of the others, robots sometimes open with 11 points, sometimes not. So we know the points around here are 9, 10, or 11 points in all 3 of these hands. Nobody could have 12. 2 of them could have 11, in which case one of them would have 8, 7. But it's much more likely that there. We've got 2 10s and a 9. And I know a couple of weeks ago I passed a hand. I mean, in real bridge, playing, bridge face to face, I would be passing in an instant. Playing with the robots, we have a lot of extra information. We know no one's got more than 11 points. We know that from the passes anyway, but we know that it's all quite close and we can use that extra information. But I think I'll do the thing that I would do in real life, which is pass. And we'll see what we get. And there we go, 38.3%. Presumably because 2 hearts makes, and 2 hearts goes off sometimes. Well, from 1 heart, partner bids 2 hearts. The robots probably have 2 spades on. Using 2 hearts, 2 clubs, diamond. Now they probably go 1 off. But we're in 6th place at the moment, halfway through. And we need to catch up a bit. 13 points. We've got a hand that could double because we got support for the other 3 suits. But when you have a 5-card major, certainly the standard view is that it's better to bid your 5-card major and then double subsequently. Just to note that if you bid a suit and then double, you're not promising any extra values, you're just bidding out your shape. Whereas if you double and then bid a suit, that's a power double, and you're showing a hand that was too strong to make a simple overcall and not promising support for all the other suits. So let's bid a spade for now, and partner just goes to 4 spades. So I want, that's knowing that we might have 5 spades and 8 points. They've gone on, we've got 13. We've got a single to the heart, the ace of clubs. Partner's a passed hand though, so I don't think it's worth exploring for slam. But should be a good game. Let's have a look. Yep. Partner's got quite a lot of hearts. We don't know who's got the queen of clubs. The king of diamonds, they lead king from ace king. Switch. Oh, well, that solves our club problem. Right, so now we need to draw trumps. Probably the ace of diamonds is in this hand, the west hand. So remember, we had 10 trumps to start with, so they had 3, 2 of them are gone. I'm just going to draw the last one. It's in that hand. And a high diamond, that suggests even more so that the ace of diamonds in that hand. But I'm just, before I do anything for that, I'm just going to, I can't get rid of this heart loser. So what I'm going to do is eliminate the clubs from both hands, exit with the hearts to east, and see if they have to lead something that gives us a trick anyway, so that we don't have to rely on the ace of diamonds being in this hand for an extra trick. In fact, we don't anyway, do we? Because we can ruff all three diamonds in dummy and just lose the heart, and there's no way of avoiding losing the heart. Yeah, so I've drawn trumps. I can cash the ace and king of clubs. I can give up the heart trick, and then I can cross ruff three hearts in this hand, three diamonds in dummy, and I can't avoid losing the heart trick. So I'm going to claim 8 of the remaining 9 tricks, which is par for the course. Somebody we made +2, and a couple of people held to 4 spades. So we go, still in 6th place with 3 boards to go. We need some swings somewhere. We've got a flat 14 count. Points are in our short suits. I don't like, I sometimes upgrade no trumps, but this doesn't really look like an upgrade. And I particularly don't like it because if partner has 4 hearts or 4 spades and less than 10 points, or less than 9 points, they're going to pass and we'll miss our major suit fit. So here, the robot would open 1 diamond, 2 no trumps, and partner is a balanced invite. Has 11 to 12 high card points, has all these partial stops, but doesn't have a 4-card major. So 2 to 3 spades, 2 to 3 hearts. If they had a 4-card major, they should bid it. So we really are a maximum for opening 1 diamond, 1 more point, and we'd have opened 1 no trump. So we need to bid 3 no trumps here. We'd rather it have been played from our hand rather than the north hand. But just remember, the south hand is the one that opponents can see. The north hand is the one, the concealed hand. 10 of spades led. Could be from king 10-9. It's going round to the ace queen anyway, so we're going to make 2 spade tricks. We're short of entries to the north hand. Clubs is a possible source of tricks, but we're going to make 2 spades, 2 clubs, and a diamond off the top is 5. We could play hearts and take a finesse. We could play the ace king of clubs, see if the queen comes down, then use an entry to. So we could almost always make 2 more club tricks, and then rely on the hearts for not so many tricks. It looks like the opponents can cash at least 1 spade trick at some point, possibly a diamond, but we won't. We mustn't play diamonds, I don't think. So we're going to play the 2 from here, 5, and then with the queen. So maybe we can tempt the opponents to play clubs if we play hearts. If we play hearts and we lose to this hand, they won't know that it's safe for them to continue spades. So we lead the 3 of hearts. The ace goes up. The 9 appears from there. So we expect we'll lose to the queen in this hand, but we don't think this hand's going to lead anything to harm us. So we've got 2 heart winners now. Here comes the spade. 9 appears from there. So they had 10-9. We don't know where the king is for sure. But now we've got two tricks. In addition to that, we will have we've got two heart winners. That's 4. 2 club winners is 6. And the diamond winner is 7. Well, I think it's time to play a club and see if anything interesting happens. Nothing interesting has happened. And if we play the king of clubs, we will set up their queen of clubs as a winner. Do we need the king of hearts as an entry to this hand? I don't think so. I think we'd better get some discards from them. The diamond from east. I think I really need them to open up diamonds for me. And throw them. They're followed all the time, so they had 4 hearts. They're going to have to find another discard. It's another diamond. This hand could have king jack of diamonds. I suspect we're not making this contract. And there's a 9 of clubs. Right. What are we going to do? Throwing 2 diamonds on the clubs. We think they may well have king X of spades left, or king XX even. I think we have to play diamonds like this. Lose the king there. 6 of spades. Well, I don't think they may have led from 10-9-6, in which case we're in a lot of trouble. But and looks like we're in a lot of trouble. They're going to make their queen of clubs. Have they got a small club to make? I don't know if they've got queen and another club in one hand. Nobody threw a club away. We had 7, so they had 6. So they still have 2 clubs left. There's no indication that and if they have queen and another, they'll play a diamond. So I think we throw the 10 of clubs away here. Comes the queen. So they are each hand. Let's throw the jack. Well, we can throw a diamond away from our hand. It doesn't matter. We'll expect the king of spades to appear there. And the jack. And we get the ace of diamonds. 3 no trumps -2 is only 21 points. Do people make 3 no trumps? People got out. They did. How did they make 3 no trumps? On what suit did they play? Presumably on clubs. They got a heart lead to the ace, and the heart back, which is finessed, the heart, which is the winner. Now you play the ace and king of clubs, and because clubs break 3-3, and the spade finesse is right, so now you have another extra entry. So the fact they led spades to start with was a difficulty, took out one of the entries to the north hand. So a lot of catching up to do in these last 2 boards. we could do with another 100%. We got 15 points. So since we've got a bit of catching up to do, let's open one no trump. Clearly that's not the right bid according to the robot system. You shouldn't have a singleton. And in America, well, in America, this would now be legal to open with a singleton queen. All right, so it's passed out. So we're very likely in a different contract to anybody else. Four of diamonds. And what have they led? Have they led from a 4-card suit, headed by the ace jack? And the opponents may well be in spades. What are they likely to make in spades? Quite a lot of tricks, depending on where the points are. So if this is from a 4-card suit, you'll see that we've got the 2 and the 3. So it can't be a 5-card suit. So there's 1 card here, and whichever, the only time it will be really particularly bad would be if it's the 9 or the 8 that's there. So we'll play low to start with. It's the ace. I'm just going to play the 6. And the 6 of clubs. So the fact that we've hid the club suit was useful. So let's play the king. As expected, that produces the ace. 4 from dummy. And now they continue with clubs. Play with jack of clubs. I don't suppose they're 3-3. They're led 2, but we're going to give up a club trick here. Remember, we had 7 between us, so they had 6. So this is giving up a club trick. We're keeping the spades in dummy and throwing hearts. So we get the heart switch, which will play low. The ace goes up. Our king of hearts is now a winner. Remember, our king of diamonds is, and they played hearts. Right. So we've got good chances of 100% here. Clubs, our 5th club is a winner. And the king of diamonds is a winner. There's the jack. And that was at 4-card suit. So there we go. We would always have been able to finesse the 10. And that's right. 1 plus 1 is 100%. Bring this up to 56.6%. We'll see what position that gets us to. Equal 4th. Right. So perhaps we should stop trying to swing too hard this time. We got lucky there. Well, we gave ourselves a chance to be lucky. We've got an 18-point hand here, a very flat 18. Yeah. And I know people say you should never downgrade your 18s, but I think here with match points, you should. So I'm just going to open this 1 no trump, which once again is a bit of variance. So once again, I'm playing in 1 no trump and probably nobody else is. Because if I'd opened a 1 diamond or 1 club, that would have got passed out by this hand. These hands, opponents might have intervened. But let's see where we are in 1 no trump. We got 3 spade tricks. This lead makes sure we got a diamond trick for 4. We can make a heart trick for 5, and the clubs look promising. Let's play low here. As expected, the ace appears, which means the king is in the west hand. The robot always plays the lower from touching on us. I'm going to play the jack because I'd like them to switch. So they know I've got the queen. Right. I think the odds are against a 3-3 spade break to make that one there, and I might not have an entry to it. So my plan at the moment is going to win the queen, throw spades from dummy. I'm going to win the queen of diamonds, and rather than trying to lead up here, I'm going to play off, not give up tricks to the top 2 clubs, and then I'll have 2 club tricks. And meanwhile, I may well have set up a heart trick, and I should have some spade tricks. So they both follow to that. So I can't lose more than 2 more diamonds. So I'm going to play the king of clubs. And they have king of spades is the most deceptive one. I'm now going to play the 9 of clubs, and the queen is there, and they look to be the people without any diamonds, because here comes a spade. So if I lead the 2 of hearts now to the queen, they'll win the ace, presumably cash 2 diamonds. That will give them 7 tricks. And if this hand has the ace, then if it goes up with the ace and doesn't have any more diamonds, I'll make the rest of the tricks, making +1. And if I just play off the clubs, if I play off my top tricks, then I don't think I lose anything by doing that. Apart from there, another heart, the jack. That makes me think that the ace is there together with the 2 diamonds and a spade. But just in case it isn't, I think I'm going to cash my spade. Spades did break 3-3, so we could have made a last spade if we kept them. But I think this hand's got the ace of hearts and 2 diamonds now. But play the 6 of hearts. Queen, there's the ace, and the 2 diamonds come out. We're down 1. %. I thought it would probably be a reasonable score because, well, we'll see. We can't actually see what was at the other tables. Got us up to 3rd place, 59%. 2 people just a bit ahead of us, but that was a reasonable recovery considering where we were after 6 boards. I could have made one no trump by no, yeah, somebody made one no trump by keeping that last spade and throwing hearts away. Lots of people did end up in one no trump, going 2 off. Presumably, did they open one no trump? No, they opened a club. It was a double. Yeah, some people did open one no trump. Lots of people opened one no trump. So perhaps I should have done something different for the variance. Right. Anyway, I hope you found that useful. I thought things that you can see and take on board in your play. If you are new to the channel, or even if you're not, then please subscribe. That's the biggest way in which YouTube will, the algorithm will place this in front of other bridge players, and we can try and get more and more intermediate players hopefully learning to play a little better and start challenging in their clubs. So thank you for watching, and I hope to see you next week. Cheers.